Jannik Sinner will compete for the Terra Wortmann Open title with Alexander Zverev, Daniil Medvedev and Stefanos Tsitsipas. The Terra Wortmann Open is one of the two ATP 500 events that will run from June 16 to 22. The tournament comes just less than 2 weeks after the French Open, which ended the clay season, giving way to the grass court season. Also, players in the men's circuit compete at the event as a warm-up for the Wimbledon Championship, which begins on June 30. The event is held in the small town of Halle in Germany and has regularly attracted top players like Roger Federer, who won the title 10 times in his career, cementing his place as the most successful player to compete there since the tournament's inception in 1993. However, for the past 2 years, Alexander Bublik and Jannik Sinner have been the winners of the title, in 2023 and 2024, respectively. Sinner has been handed a pretty straightforward path for his title defense at the Terra Wortmann Open. The Italian star arrives at the event as the back of a devastating French Open final loss to Carlos Alcaraz. Also, it was his second consecutive final loss against the Spaniard, having succumbed to a defeat against Alcaraz in Rome. The world number 1 will face either Alexander Muller or Alexander Bublik in his opening match in Halle. He faced the 2023 champion Bublik at the Roland Garros quarterfinals and defeated him 6-1, 7-5, 6-0. In the second round, he will take on a potential meeting with 7th seed Tomas Makak or Hubert Hurkacz, whom he defeated in the final last year. The 23-year-old is then projected to meet the 4th seed, Andrei Rublev, in the semi-final. He faced the Russian at the French Open and won in straight sets in the 4th round. Meanwhile, Rublev, who reached the final in 2023, will open his campaign against a qualifier before a potential clash with Tomas Echeverry in the second round. Second seed, Alexander Zverev, leads the bottom half of the draw and will open his campaign against Marcos Giron before a possible clash against fellow compatriot Jan-Lennard Struff or Italian star Lorenzo Sonego. He arrives at the tournament after reaching the final of the Stuttgart Open for the first time in his career. However, Daniil Medvedev and Stefanos Tsitsipas are seated in the same half as Zverev. The pair struggled on the tour this season, with Medvedev slipping down to world number 11 in the ATP rankings, while Tsitsipas is ranked outside the top 20. But Tsitsipas has added former Wimbledon champion Goran Ivanišević to his coaching team and will be aiming to play his best on grass. Prize money for the 2025 Terra Wortmann Open. The total prize money for the 2025 Terra Wortmann Open is $2,918,876. The singles champion will earn $545,943. The winning doubles team will split $179,385. Rounds prize money. Winner $543,988. Finalist $292,649. Semi-finalist $155,965. Quarter-finalist $79,680. Round of 16 $42,533. Round of 32 $22,786. Jannik Sinner is seeking his second title of the season at the Terra Wortmann Open. The world number 1 only title this year came at the Australian Open, where he defeated Alexander Zverev in the final. After that, he served a 3-month suspension for testing positive twice for the banned substance clostebol in March last year. However, since his return in May, he has been playing top-notch tennis. He's the favorite to win the title over the likes of Daniil Medvedev and Stefanos Tsitsipas, who have struggled this season. Nonetheless, the pair will open their campaign at the tournament against Daniel Altmaier and Luciano Darderi. Nonetheless, at Halle, a host of top singles stars are set to compete in the doubles. Sinner teams up with his fellow Italian Lorenzo Sonego. João Fonseca will join forces with Petros Tsitsipas and Zverev with Marcelo Melo. Last year, Sinner teamed up with Hubert Hurkacz, reaching the quarter-finals. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to